Yeah, this is
Release. I release this one. Release this one more.
This is fine. This is fine. Yes, I don't know.
Thanks.
Alright, so one for welcome on back today to the usual weekly government press conference where I create that platform. One of the platforms there for make people ask questions and make we reply to them. But today, like Una Sefno say part of the things the president want to for your legacy now for make sure say we will feel safe as a country. So now I make today the host, the person where they before by this fete for make we feel safe. And we get the minister when Dr. Eli Musa Paka will be with you today. We can talk to you about the strategies then for make we see how we will achieve this big Salone. In not stop the Una Sefno say we get beaucoup people away and stakeholders there. And most important part of that stakeholders group are the farmers there. So we also get today the president for the Farmers Federation. When I will mommy with today, Madam Yata Sama, for can also talk to me for see what things they do for how we will achieve this. And we also get somebody really head one important agency with the called Leone Agricultural Research Institute Council. When a Chief Dr. Alfred G.O. Dixon for also can talk to me about what's the new perspective of how we will achieve this. And as usual, we get to host with our minister, we now for get this program moving forward. And if I reach here, I will stop there for hand over to the minister for Leone.
Good afternoon, family. I'm for telling my place in Canadian. I'm for put on the record appreciation to the various community radio stations that we carry live. I'm for also tell thank you to SLBC, AYV, and all the plenty media houses. I'm particularly tell thank you to SL Media and Lincoln people there. We also make sure see now we're able for carry live. And I don't see we continue to add different components there for make this platform here accessible to the people.
Okay, all right. As usual, we'll start with the news. We get to the news summary. Then we go straight to President Leone flagship in Salone. Hello. Alright. This still feel like they're not the best thing, so they can continue for time. We apologize for that. So breaking news this morning, His Excellency the President received the European Commission, the European Union, the observer mission, the full elections
reports. We don't say we don't do the preliminary reports, and now they don't put out the full reports. I know say some of them go attend the press conference today at 4. They present the full reports to His Excellency the President this morning. His Excellency the President wholeheartedly welcomed the reports and welcomed the findings. The response of government is very simple. We will study the recommendations and we look forward for working with the EU and all other international observers for implement the recommendations we applicable in our context. So we look forward for work with them for implement the recommendations there for strengthening with democracy. We tell EU and the election observers that plenty thank you for the work they don't do. My reports we it's beaucoup of the things we don't already put out, so we don't see all of the things that they look forward to and the recommendations. As far as they know, President Bill don't commit already for set up an elections review committee, and one of the mandates of that committee now for study the recommendations of election observer missions like this one. So this one will just be part of that process there. And we look forward for work with you and others for taking their recommendation in the forward. So as soon as we go to that press conference there after this, our message will be clear. The government of Salone, the president will receive the reports, and the government of Salone, they welcome the reports, we will study them, and we will do our best for continuing for implement. Also, for the manufacturer, let's say, from 2018, this is the only government will be implement over 66% of the recommendations from the last time. The one they will not be implemented now because they've been tied to changes with the constitution. So we're not going to implement them until we actually change the constitution. And as soon as the constitution will be processed again. So this is an important input into existing processes by the government of Salone. Another quick updates from the Ministry of the Attorney General's Office and Ministry of Justice. Plenty of them be aware, see the Minister of the Tribunal for looking to the suspended Auditor General. And the Tribunal was supposed to meet again this week. But the Auditor General, once again, in the lawyers, they request for another extension. So Wale Fambo know that. And we look forward for the next hearing very soon and for trying for complete review and that investigation. President Leone formally launched the Presidential Council for Deliver the Fit Salone Initiative, and they happened yesterday. I think some of us have seen the news. We include obviously the minister with there, and I shall say about that. We go into that. A 22-member council. We include top government officials and a broad participation of different stakeholders there. Minister will talk about the next news agenda with the Minister of Finance and the President's commitment for progressively work for ensure we get to 10% of the government budget or towards the Fit Salone Initiative. So I see some newspaper that already carry this. The Honorable Vice President Dr. Mohamed Julde Jallo we now commissioned the newly constructed warrant officers and sergeants mess that will be first by Fleeton. And this now continue for President Bill in vision for improved welfare of all the officers. And since 2018 they don't increase the salary by over 75%. Now part of President Bill's commitment for improved the welfare of service. The Honorable Chief Minister Dr. Moeni Lasenge Dakar participates in this year's Grand Challenges, the annual meeting, with the happen day from 8th to 11th October. The theme now Science the Same Life, and while the Deputy Chief Minister will meet with Boku international partners, including Bill Gates. The Chief Minister gave a conversation in for continuing for big innovation. Say
in and also the Chief Innovation Officer in Salone. Salone Safety Authority done the retreats, and the retreats, the 2-day retreats where they own a fabulous resorts, and then they look for how they will continue to improve road safety and implement the recommendations they will and don't make from that retreat day. We Minister for Development and Economic Planning, Madam Kenya Ballet, don't participate in a discussion na Abidjan on investing and partnering for youth and peace in Africa. And I also the Minister na well-respected international development experts, and he will continue for champion President Bureau agenda. The Minister for Gender and Children's Affairs also he make a courtesy visit to the Salone High Commissioner to Ghana, Madam Frances Virginia Anderson, and the Minister de Ghana for attend a program with Kia Salone invites her to on how they will advance women in Bikini rights in the sub-region. Salone Postal Services, Salpost, yesterday celebrates World Post Day, and I've been very privileged for being the keynote speaker. And as you know, seen in the news, we commitment for transform the postal services in Salone. Finally, the Ministry for Communications, Technology and Innovation, whose 2 young pioneers from St. Edward Secondary School, we bring the innovation in home-built microscope with a fashion from scraps and 3D printed parts at the office. The minister say he encourage the young innovators in Salone for making them continue to do their work here in government framework for support them. Alright, so that in our news brief, as usual, we'll open up for question. We'll invite the press for asking any and all questions. Not necessarily be say the question for be within the panelists they are talk. The question can include anything we happen with government, including the updates for Alongi, Will Jobia, and for answer on that question. We also get on the screen right now, Bienuna, you can use that platform there. The video online, you can use the poster video out for scan with QR code and ask a question. And you get all the questions and the commitment that I will make sure we respond to as many of the questions as possible. Not the filter questions. We ask you questions. It's actually better if you use the platform because we need to take more questions than if you're inside the room. Alright. Now we get Fit Salone, President Bio's signature. I don't start this conversation in the past I ready for Freeman in this way. The best indicator of future action and past action. When His Excellency President Bio can empower the first time, he declares a free quality school education. People are saying it's too ambitious. We're not ready. The budget is not ready. And yet, the president are visionary. Right now, all around the world, we are respected for the work we don't do in advancing the rights to education and also to achieve, for example, gender parity at the basic education level, significant improvements in education. We don't transform Salone in posture. President Bill spent the highest of any country in Africa on education. Now, second time, the president say, waiting will be a flagship now. By the way, they continue in commitments to education, will not change you. Education still they get to about 20% of the budget, so important. Now, it's in a feed Salone. We want to feed the country, investments in agriculture. We get 3 of the important people that will lead this initiative here for talk to answer one question. Today, I'll give a quick time for let them start and summarize. The minister will not hear not on radio that days here. I want this to be really interactive. I want to open up so that we will answer the question. Also, therefore, do exactly on time because for people like God, that thing for go do, and we want to make sure so we continue to keep to the time. The man will not be charged for leading this initiative. A very young man, a part of the young dynamic minister that we requested BO to appoint. Dr. Eni Musa Paka, the Minister for Agriculture and food security. You don't do something already, including, as I announced, you do a partner roundtable where all the partners come forward and announce a very bold blueprint. First, I get the microphone, may lay the foundation, what's in a fit Salone. Mr. Minister, the people of Salone, they listen to this. Then every community across the country within a community radio station. Then at the end of this, we continue for keep the video, customer put out. So one deal for set this 10 minutes. Which can fit Salone, which are the president's vision, which are the things that we want to put in place. And also I've been sending you some of the questions in advance. You know, we get all kinds of question and answer. But in case you want to include some of them, then they will be free. So we'll get the departure points for all. Then after that, we will come to Sly and the president of the farmers there.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. Good afternoon. At the room and the various radio stations where they listen. Indeed, good opportunity for me to explain the president in flagship to this afternoon. We don't do up and down, we don't do plenty. We don't wait for this time for the minister meets. That is really a nice press conference with the ministry, the minister with the media every week. I like the way the minister start this talk. I think the past 5 years, the president talks in education. Now, he don't talk in agriculture. Let's start with why it's in agriculture. If you watch the last 3 years or so now, where COVID came, people will start for saying the food supply chain network don't belong. Price them didn't go up. We then say war in Russia and Ukraine. People then either increase price or they put tax for one way, one for export. We can be saying now almost all the chocolate, all the entire, really important. So over the past 3 years, we don't see quickly price don't go for all things, almost all things. It's not chocolate, we're not talking about the other thing. And then, as Salone so we in a place where the experts and the tell me say, we're prone to the risk of climate change. Meaning, then blessing the day where we get the endowment, whether now good rainfall, swell, all that we don't take them for granted. And that before we use them or transform we own agriculture. So President Lee watched all that in the day now 9-10. And when I said, I think we all don't see. And the world over, not to win no more. They don't say, if we, Africa or Sierra Leone, we don't prepare and plan and put things in place for us to grow our own food or feed ourselves. This time around, we will not see all the signs. Say, if we not do one, Bambai will get for suffer. All man don't see them. So, not only the president don't see this, but he said, himself say, una self no say, indeed, or let so now we self for growing your own food. So, that's the imperative with the presidency. We make it talk to farmers, we make it talk to people, then say yes. We for grow your food now, all waiting we get. And so, over the past 5 years, the president also sees it. So next year, we will plan for expand. We don't actually try them. Not too long ago, 2 years ago, we embarked for the Ministry of Agriculture. That said, me, I'm an advisor there, and I moved can be advisor in the State House. When I'm in support, one of the things they will do, we try for encourage private sector, even though the emphasis is been there on education, but the president may still do something in agriculture. We try to bring efficiency into the service delivery to make sure, say, government will pull on our input supply business and then hand over for regulator and provide the funding to make sure, say, farmer dey get am on time. Make sure say we provide money funding for private sector for you buy them seeds, fertilizer for grain camp. We make sure say we expand the use of tractor instead of them machinery in 15 centers across the country. We engage, we expand them through the youth farms, but let us grow rest every child. Then they produce results. Between 2021 and 2022, we actually see, say, we get a 21% jump in rice production. So already the past to be done. Then the president don't put in place yield results. So that shows we say, if only we do this better, if we could scale, we were able to really feed yourself, create jobs, boost the economy, and relieve this hardship with the high cost of living. So what do you want to do now? The Feed Salone program, President Leone called for make sure say this perennial problem we will import almost all things, we will address them. Now President Leone called for make sure say although agriculture is the biggest part of the economy, but that when we export my small part, we will change that. Now President Leone called for make sure say any young man that will look for a job and then woman that will fed work and dignity in agriculture. The BFT say every year, or as it stands, we get 1.2 million people in households with food, with acutely food insecure. The Feed Salone program, the program that we try to address that. We also know, say, I mentioned climate change. Also, we get risk related to climate change. So, this program will make sure, say, we not only grow for feed, we serve today, create jobs for we serve today, and boost the economy, or we'll do it in a responsible way so that generations yet to come, themselves will feed themselves in this country and supply. So, now the big goal, hold on set. And we don't do plenty things towards this. When I come in the job in August, I declare, I say, strategy month. I said, the president will give big tasks. So all man that you build a first and second floor with the work and the Ministry of Agriculture, for time water and put the plan in place. Agriculture, they don't look for who study, but who policies, but who paper. And we know most of the issues we own have been for packaged down and ready this year one. To make sure, say, out of the blocks, we deliver for the presidency. So actually, that been strategy months, but don't go 2 months now. Because now hard work actually. We don't go August, don't September, don't October day now. We don't engage stakeholder. I don't go to the north. I don't go to the south. I don't go to the east yet. Western area, I don't cover. I don't travel. Don't meet. Don't talk to farm. Don't see farm there. I don't go overseas or talk to partners who can fund what we do and build partnership, technical partnership who can support me. And locally now, we don't organize the development partner in the private sector. We, the president, do on Thursday last week. For sure, they say, this is my vision, this is my commitment. How we work together. Waiting our own plan, how we will do this. We don't do all of that. And yesterday, because the problem with the agriculture, not so only agriculture reside, where if you talk for lake, road, farmers where they produce, they want to bring the market, then produce to market na road, for process na electricity, credit na finance, the human capital we need na education, all landing, not all agriculture is done. So the president decides that he will create the Presidential Council for the delivery, so that at that level, whether in a private sector, whether in a bank sector, whether in a civil society, all man will sit down and put their head together for think how we will solve this problem, so that we all together will fix this first and once and for all make a big mark in this fight for feed yourself. So now that's how we on the plan, and we hope say by God in power, next Monday at Abuja, we actually launch a strategy in a World Food Day. And hopefully some of them will come. And back at Tapia, and I'll pass them back to the minister.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. For the one that we don't know, we minister a very accomplished economist, scientist, consultant, experts, agriculturalists. The other day, the minister will explain to me something about a research we do for a PhD. He studied PhD at the London School of Economics, one of the top universities in the world. And the minister points out to me, where I think family need for know, that in research they will do, where they get in PhD, that then they award the best PhD research at the London School of Economics. This is one of the top universities in the entire world. Students from all over the world will come out the best schools all over the world. This minister we do research we did it. And get the best singular research we qualify for a PhD. So I know our family also understand and appreciate the quality of the people that we President Leone put in charge for deliver on this mandate. Thank you, Mr. Minister, for we don't lay, I think you laid the foundation really in a very accessible way. For everybody to understand. Now I come to Chief Dr. Alfred G. O. Dixon, we are the chair of the Salone Agricultural Research Institute Council. Chairman, thank you for joining me. I will give you 5 minutes. Because as I said, I wanted this to be really interactive today. People get plenty of questions about Fit Salone. So, Chair, what's I want you help with? What's I want you role when it comes to Fit Salone? How relevant is research, everything, and the role that they play for Fit Salone? Then we'll come finally to the president here. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much, Minister. Before I talk about slide and the saturate will be back for this Fit Salone, now first of all say the global shocks the minister just mentioned really happening in this world. They don't teach heads of states in Africa lesson. And they could be getting the Dakar 2 summit in January 2020. With 34 heads of states that they attend, 74 ministers of finance, agriculture, they all attend, and they make a commitment, say, we not go put the stomach at the hands of a stranger. We must try to have food and nutritional security in our country and also have what I am calling now the food sovereignty. So, the President of Leone, His Excellency Julius Maada Bio, in manifesto set up the Fit Salone strategy. And this strategy not just for do that, for make Leone become food and nutritionally secure, and also we have food sovereignty so that we're not going to go put the stomachs in the hands of strangers because they will strangulate you when things are right. So the President, in addressing the Fit Salone, they realized that technologies and innovations now they contribute to socio-economic development, and agriculture will go before in this country if you don't get a good research institution where they look at the challenges to agricultural transformation and find solutions where farmers they will use. So right from Pakaba in time when I was president in 2007, he set up the Slurry Act. But President Kabaki feels President Bio feels afterwards that something be lacking at this Slurry Act. So he revised them last year, and the Parliament in April this year don't approve. So now the new act will become the work on. So the objective of SLAI is to revamp the agricultural research system in this country, because now me as Director General for consolidate all those small research centers that will be get into what we call the consolidated SLAI Research Institute for 5 years. But I've been get for Caleb go background before my place, but I've been national assignment at Ikawa, go back to the International Institute of Tropical Agriculture, IITA, and continue in working. But during the time I left, changes in leadership and so on, we find out say SLAI don't go up. So President Bio thinks say we forgive farm SLAI and make it come back to an old glory days. And that week they appoint me as the new SLAI chairman for the council, and also Professor Abdoulaye Diallo as the Director General. Dr. Abdoulaye Diallo really come from Africa Rice Center in Cote d'Ivoire, and me and Andre for both for bringing back SLAI to a good old days. And we are sure the Sierra Leone farmers that when we Children Council and with our international and national experience, we will bring back some good things we will let them able for increase their productivity, they able add value to their produce, they're able to link to market, and then become competitive in their production. Because farming is a business. Without taking farming as a business and just subsistence, we'll just continue business as usual. So SLAI, one for Ghana for do research for enhanced productivity and production along the whole value chain. It will not happen overnight, but we will accelerate it or make sure it fits the Sierra Leone trajectory number of years.
All right, thank you very much. Turn off for me. So loyally, Famule, SLAI na an institution will be non-day.
But President Julius Madabio,
In wisdom,
not just revamp them, but you don't hire some of the leading experts there.
I've been talk about Dr. Pakaya as a leading intellectual, but we get the chairman who will establish as well that his experience in this area is huge. Don't work for global institutions, them and the president call a CAM and Professor Jalo for CAM for support. The guy say for low boats. I really like to use the expression boats because fit Salone now boats will get for boats. Every Sierra Leonean get to be part of fit Salone. This now we belay business. The guy say no left with belay business to stranger and Muslim. I like that your expression. The bagere. Old school expression that we very appropriate. But so what we do will based on research, based on what the data tell we, but every Salone person, family within our own civil society, the journalists them, fit Salone a national agenda. We all for both time support the minister for take and go forward. Well, speaking of boots, the people that wait for lead this boots game. And when I was even at the man who sabi boots game, also, we are like a instead, you know, say instead, we attack, we attack so, you know, so. The possible way for lead that effectively, the people there, and the farmer there. And the farmer there, for the first time, the president of the National Federation of Farmers in Salone, a woman. As a feminist, it's not something we sweet for me for a year, for say. So I'm really glad, first of all, I want to congratulate Madam Yata Sama, be the first woman president of Farmers in Salone. Woman, they know the lead farming in this country for many years. But at the first step this way, the institution, the president, a woman. So it's what I ask you, Madam President. The family is critical for the office. How you see una your role and how ready una be for lead this faith within una need now for in a relationship with government for to take this school before. I'm not saying I'm power woman, so I'll give 5 minutes. So after that, we'll open up and I will take plenty questions. We'll do this interactive. Yeah? Okay.
Famude Mina Yatasama, the president for the National Federation of Farmers of Sierra Leone. You see, we as farmers, we roll inside this feed salon a very crucial. When you talk about agricultural transformation, for now we able feed we self inside Salone. We not be the feed we self, although it don't happen in the past, just like how the previous speakers said. But years by, we not be done able for feed we self again. We rely on other people than other country, but let them feed we. And when you rely on somebody for let them feed you, that person they dictate to you, they determine what you for do in your country. What he is saying na for be, even your destiny, they control. Because that food, we will staple food, na rice. If they produce am, they send them to we for let we eat. Huh? We get to be very, very careful. So I think say before I go to we road, really I therefore appreciate His Excellency Dr. Julius Madabio for the bold step when he don't take for say let me feed Salone. That one is very, very key. This is not about Madabio now, not about politics, not about tribe, not about we self. Let me think Salone. Let me know what he for do. Because if we as Salone not able for think, say now we responsibility for make sure say we feed we self, we not go able for get freedom. But we role is very, very key in this drive. Because we they say we are the drivers, we are the engine inside the motorcar. Now we they drive this feed Salone. Because we they produce the food. And we they feed the nation. So I think say we get major role for play. And I appreciate the young and dynamic minister where he said don't come. They hold a lot of consultative meetings with the farmers. Because we're very key. Everything what they talk now about feed Salone centers around farmers. So if we didn't say, if you know they bring we on board, forget we own view. It's like we go hold our responsible, we go say the minister they plan against we. But since they plan with we, because when you plan with somebody, where they plan for, it's like they plan for succeed. And again, we as the National Federation of Farmers of Sierra Leone are probably one for this gathering. We organize from national to village level. We get to executive them all over. So I think say now responsibility for make sure say yes, we be part of the process. And we take them for talk on behalf of the voiceless. And we make sure say we meet them again. We like legion officers. We go to them. We get meetings with them. We get their felt needs. Try for prioritize their felt needs then. Bring account back to the government, the donor, and people that will get passion for agriculture. So at the end of the day, they were able to react positively. And again, we know what we get as National Federation of Farmers of Sierra Leone. Now, for let we advocate for policy reform because we farmers they under. Now, village then farmers they don't get the opportunity for Salone economy. But if we interact with them. We will interact with the stakeholders, the Quality and the steering committee. We will talk really what the farmer want. The policies there where they work in the interest of farmers. For make sure say yes, the farmers their life don't improve. They not only depend on humanitarian services because that these are the problem we get. All time we spread my hand for ask for more like the Oliver Twist. But this time round, the farmers, we are ever ready. We very key inside this dance here school. And that's make when the get projects there, we get all over with the minister. When it come newly into the ministry, we go round for make sure we monitor and see. Look at projects, because projects they come at the end of the project, when the project lifespan done, no proper strategy in terms of exit strategy not dey in place. So as the project lifespan dey done, the project don't die down. So that one of the key reasons was very, very key. Because we dey make sure that we monitor the activities of all the projects and report back for immediate action. And when we don't pass out, even this weekend, the minister dey ask me, why would I not dey out? And then I am because we get this program today. Otherwise, this weekend, now Lunge have been there because the Yabas growers we don't visit there, and we don't promise we say come end of September they will not begin do the greenhouses. So we decide for visit them and other vegetable growers. We go as far as Kwenadugu. We go look at they don't already begin us, and we get this agricultural climate smart agriculture. That's again another thing we really need for explain to the farmers and for let them understand exactly what they are. Because we they use all them the big jargons there. They are when technicians, the one that when researchers, the highly educated people. But we farmers themselves educate in their own way. Because when they want to do research, now so they go forget their views. So they will able to forget their PhDs and the like. So, me, I believe say some of them things that they for let me explain. Even the feed Salone strategy. The farmers they don't understand that. Now we back they go for go explain to the farmers there. Get meetings with them. Train them for let them understand exactly what the strategy they about. Because then they always ask, when I sure say will they achieve this feed Salone? The answer that they always say yes, which we all support. Because this one not to one man be able for achiever. Not about president, not about politics, not about tribe, not about hands on deck. It's like the train, the life train. When you need you at a particular point, you go on board the train. When you reach your destination, you dey calm down, another person on board the train. So one sustainability in this game. Now that's why we say the National Federation of Farmers of Sierra Leone, we role very, very key because we are the producers of food and we make sure we feed the nation. Thank you.
Well, when the president talk, say now president they talk. The president don't talk.
He say, if possible, we fit
Salone,
we all
put your hands on them. His Excellency the President will also call for that. Now that's time for them to open up to questions. Thank you, Madam President. Now I have opportunities for ask any and all questions on Feed Salone. And it starts with one who sending questions already with the platform. And then I'll come to now. So the first set of questions, Mr. Minister, so I'm not surprised most of the questions, Minister. Mr. Minister, one we found one know which data they inform the ambitious goals of the Feed Salone initiative. I think this question, like in Sheba, in fact, it say the government will be deliberate for allocate more budgets for agriculture to actualize the Feed Salone game. Somebody say right now the plan of government for youth-led community-based organizations there, where they do agriculture in rural areas. Somebody say this is not a question, but go ahead and ask question. Say, Mr. Minister, how about the bungalow rice project in Mangi, Bure, Podloko district, Mr. Minister? I think that the same person say the place used for get a whole college in agriculture, who said they call it.
Yeah. He said the
hello. Okay. He say the current is still there and they need for the refurbish. Wetin we don do about the audit report concerning the 4 billion union project? Well, audit report, not to the audit people there, but we tell the person saying different question. What are the procedure then for seek assistance from government in case somebody want to go into big scale of farming? Being an important question. Then somebody say fit Salone. A very brilliant initiative, but the question whose means they for deliver governments for which means of delivery they for governments for use as the person say he worry about unpatriotic intermediaries. Somebody sent PhD holder. He go answer that day. They say fit Salone are one of the good planning for government, for the president, but for less successful, somebody say we need to hand that over to NFFSL. We don't know what's in that name, but it's a technical term. Okay, no, hand over to the federation. Okay. So you say Mr. Minister, hand over to the president. Somebody say also wetin we go do for put control over we product like cocoa, coffee, and also mineral. And then somebody say wetin we go do, Mr. Minister, for so encourage for them to use alternative choices as staple food instead of just rice as part of Fit Salone. I think that's what we talk about. And then somebody also asked me the Presidential Council for delivery of Fit Salone. That means that the question that I will get online. I think we'll get some additional question from Facebook, but I will take in the room after they answer this quick one. Then we answer the question that will come from our Facebook platform.
All right, thank you again, Mr. Chair. Really, I want to also register my appreciation for both the President of the National Farmer Federation and Chief Dr. Alfred Dixon. That chief name we get because Nigeria, if they say Nigeria don't do wonders for cassava, it's the brain. It make half of more than 70% of the flour content within the grades in Nigeria now, and you do a presidential initiative on cassava. I demand this.
They didn't turn and chief.
Now they didn't take turn and chief for cassava. He did it for 36 years also. So we got to help you, and I can see how it happen. President will make you minister, then make it possible. We the masters are possible. But then key thing that we want for the brand come back and bring what happened there. So we say everybody today. And the president who has me from day one, they don't register up to 67,000 farmers. So they pay for be registered by them, and they actually do farming. So I believe that we all at the same today. So we all go for votes. Also, but my answer to the question then. What's in the Presidential Council for the delivery of Fit Salone? Like I explained, really at the body this way, about 22 people in the end, not to fix, meaning every once in a while, the president will call other people the way they need, or let them can advise, or let them can put it together, or think about how any issue they will address. But now they really are the highest body, when the president, the chair, that council day. Where on a regular basis, we suggest to and say, no, the meets quarterly. Say, no, I want for the meets for this first year more frequently than that. Until you say, really serious for meets. So this gets minister then, the Farmer Federation President, Chief Alfred Dixon, the representative for the commercial banks, private sector, then maybe private sector people, then the stock fees, the CAPA, the big private sector people, where they export commercially. They get researchers, Jalal University, plenty. All where the president believes say, people that we on a regular basis, and for the informer and for the thing together. And we all get the responsibility for the level. We all the vote is fit alone. So now that's really not the presidential council. Alternative choice instead of just rest. This question we all think was a small low, but that's just one small story. I go school in America. We get one host family. One can go na restaurant. Man, they figure out what this man eats. So he doing research, it's in a rest. But let tell me say I don't care about one place where we eat rest, begin tell story. See, you know, when people they can move that place, the first thing when they change their accent, how they talk. Then they change their clothes. He said, but the last thing, then they ever change the chocolate and they eat. He says, so I don't feel one Chinese place where you go over eat. We go around like this. We chop all eat, being like cultural identity. We go for heart, for make we change them. So we'll try for convince people and say, yes, eat small cassava, eat small bulgur, eat small couscous. But believe me, if man and the way they come out of America, then they bring their cassava and put them. And they bring the rest. So that in an uphill battle, maybe say, we will try that around the world, but we will try make for produce the rest. So that we see people they want for it every time. Now me don't take home. Because now so I miss say the people energy, so I get when I don't take. For control, we produce them. I don't really understand this one fully. I think cocoa, cashew, I think that one like the example that they use. I think what we want to do, we don't want to necessarily, we want to expand the cultivation of lentia. And also people that can say we produce in the bowl, at the border porous. Not to necessarily bad thing, I think if we capture them by data, it will make sure that the pay tax will help you. So we know the strategy is not to try for control, one for expand production of anything, because we say only we learn it, now we go benefit, the farmer that will benefit and all of that. The means of delivery, the enemy of progress, we also say. They and you are sure, we all really need to think very hard, I think, making sure, say, the farmer, and actually this particular one, I want to dissect small the strategy. Agricultural business, like what Chief say, meaning if you suppose you don't get money, seaside, say you put 1-2 loads, you go get 4-5 loads, you go do one. You go take out one and you own one. That means we don't need for monitoring because you want to get that 5 loads, that 3 loads per tap, you want to get them. So government don't for that and you will be like how I can say self-motivated. The part of people they worry about monitor, quality, and I don't want to government project, anything project. But then the plan would only have a small part of the big picture of how people deliver it and the private sector therefore drive them. So the modes of delivery will therefore think critically. We'll therefore make sure say more private sector therefore be involved. And government, the money government they put actually less of that they go and people in hand. Instead, if we say, for example, the vice president gave this good example where I actually buy. He said, I said, yeah, any service provider now, you say that youth man, you say you want to farm. Okay, we will ask you, tell you all, okay, we need therefore to make the land, therefore buy seed, therefore buy fertilizer, this. Say, okay, well, if we get somebody in a good private sector person, we will buy the service and go to all. Sometimes the small thing where you will get some, they will say, okay, we need for hire, 1, 2, 2, then, but they let the money. So, if we reduce the money where they go, but we render the service, then a one way, and then we'll go for double up with monitoring. We'll get for every district to engage the council, the chief them, we want to help with as projects then they start, and then they're ready. Procedure for seek assistance. Well, this is the other misconception, this whole gets about fees alone. Yes, projects a day, we get for start. They need for reach small farmer because by nature as well projects here But Ministry of Agriculture also, we don't make proposal to me, look me proposal. In fact, one pastor with me, they say I write proposal for my friend, the money back for him. So that I know they do as Minister of Agriculture. Not to Pambaro, but not to that, the Ministry of Agriculture before. A policy they try to make. But they try to make access to finance through banks. If government say they put money for their help farmers and produce something, we will let that guideline to make it very clear. But we don't see the way we can give applications, say, okay, yeah, this right. Project and they will fund when they seek, when they go register farmer and work with them. So we don't get an open, I don't know that this possible, we don't get an open process where you can apply now, see what is a one. So they will do out the call for something then to the general public, they respond as far, then call them. But I just want to let family know say, yeah, we know they take application for saying you do projects, yeah, and that. The audit reports, I don't see that audit report. I don't see the newspaper article then. I believe say, I think the best thing we'll do that, we'll follow the recommendation that we did. And we put in place monitoring. We make sure say we all go the routine that we follow. Make sure say somebody will get money for doing something we must do. And I will say on that. Youth-led community-based organizations. The young one and the very critical and woman are very critical for this strategy. We will push through the detail. Which I mentioned, say we'll try the youth farms. This time around, we therefore go ask across the country, young man, and what you want to do, and woman, tell me, will help them develop that into a business case, and then maybe link them to a private sector person who will get money for support them, or if government set up something, or do that. So they have to be very critical. So if an organization or individuals will meet them in their way and day. Budget. Una listen, on Thursday, the Minister of Finance announced saying in this strategic period, model layout, the government will spend up to, or at least 10% of the budget. And starting next year, we double the budget we agriculture will receive. That's a good thing. And not only that, it puts in place sustainable measure so that we know say the money we need will get on time for the team and what we need because agriculture is time bound. Data. Agriculture get beaucoup data. When they develop the strategy, we read them, great literature them, their recommendation already plenty in it. And then we base the strategy. But we know say after we don't lay out a broad strategy, we therefore now take deep dive into some value chain and go deep dive analysis. And then we will know.
Data publicly available. You are going to base the strategy
on. We use FAO data we're publicly available. We get World Bank data we're publicly available. Also, Lentia, we tell you the yields, the area of cultivation, statistics. Leone get data what we use. The ministry staff get data what they don't collect over. So all are now informed. Obviously, challenge everywhere challenge the data, but we believe say what we get the directionally correct, and it will inform me. And then somebody who can do serious things will slow now and really slice and dice and make sure say then particular intervention and they're right.
All right. Now, thank you, Mr. Minister. Let's see how many workforce. Then we will see how many people that will be taking at a time, and then we come back. Okay. Let me see. We have some around the table and then some outside. So what I'll do, I'll start to one on the table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. When I know the rules also, I know you mind. One question per person, no preface. If you want to send comments, to use whatever platform then. Yeah, not just for question and you give us short and direct. Boss, this man the mic first. Yeah, this one.
Yeah, my name is Ibrahim Jawara. I developed. The question to go to the Minister of Agriculture. Initially, the Deputy Minister said it's a legacy way the President wants for left. I want to know if any plans are there for state farm, wherein all the them, the government will get state farm and they will help reduce the importation where the government spend money for supply police, soldiers, and prisoners.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, the man in the green. Yes.
Thank you very much. Suleiman Jalo from Expo. I get a question for Madam President. You talk about on our role for advocating policy reforms way or sweet farmers' interest and welfare. But it was interesting to know that over time there have been a lot of allegations from farmers that even if they receive at times let me say agricultural product or equipment from the Ministry of Agriculture, then instead they use them for doing the farming, they will rather sell them to other people. Then, as the president, what do you go put in place for reduce that?
Thank you. Now we come on this side, the man with the reflector. Yes.
Thank you very much. Nela Amos, the boss of Philip from VAU. And I think when you check, you will find out the military at every month they receive a huge chunk of rice on the government. And currently the country is not at war. The military they relax currently. So we are not feel say we need for this community in this Salone project. Let us go on a farm. Because at the end of every month there's a huge sum from the government in terms of rice.
Thank you. Yes.
Leone and I report for CTN. And I think one of the objectives of this feed salon are to ensure that food available in the market at a reasonable cost. And therefore, when the minister made the statement, he make mention of the high cost of commodities, especially rice, cassava, and particularly what we go in the country. And one of the factors, the factor is responsible for that is transportation. And in your project, in your strategy, is there any plan for ensuring after one of roll on this particular strategy, you know, make provision for the farmers for make sure say the thing go at the various village and towns accessible in a very low cost. So at the end of the day, the last man will go buy that particular commodity will buy it in a very cheap price. There is any
Thank you. Thank you. Really good question. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. My name is Minenda Shilom. I'm a freelance reporter. Mr. Minister, you make mention about...
Use the mic, yeah.
Mr. Minister, you make mention about cultural food. Are there any specific food type that the Ministry of Agriculture is targets that will pump in the market for people and for access, where we make only place, you know, the imported food in this country? Thank you.
Thank you. I'll give the gentleman the last one on this round. Yes.
I'm Mohamed Umar of the Washington Paper. The question is, with due respect to your academic calculations and sometimes the Minister of Information, sir, let us explain you. For government investigations, for the Minister of Agriculture, for previous governments, the way the CUI example say billions of millions lost, millions of dollars gone. You also get for those say the onion project where people say the start President Bill because we're going to shut to this country. President Bill don't give millions of dollars to the Minister of Agriculture for them to get onion farms and people say one great farm to settle it. Now you don't get you a policy maker, a policy writer, and quite a lot of things more. What you don't do for make sure say like 16 districts we got about 14 proactive agricultural districts away for to agriculture. How you going to ensure say the money where President Bill by that 10% they keep each and every one of the districts are going for benefit so that we are going to counter against to that. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Thank you very much. That went well, right? We have very good questions. All to the point. Brilliant. I want to start with the And it starts with the president, and then comes Mr. Minister. They say the farmer, the reputation, they say they take the property them, they tractor them, sell them. So, what's he here for you?
I really want for a lay with affairs. Then people relate to farmers. You see, we get different categories of farmers. The one day when at the black plastic bag farmers, then people they get all the documents because they don't get capacity in the past for go at the Ministry of Agriculture register, go Ministry of Development register, go Ministry of Trade register, then they register all side. But at the end of the day, they are not practicing farmers. Why would they talk about farmers? They talk about practicing farmers on the ground. And then farmers, then they, let me tell you one thing about them. They people, they know they sell. Anything where you be there, then they plant them. As long as, because farming time bound, you don't go where with the October and that same day they go give them seed rice. Obviously, you self na mortar man. We therefore think human. When they give rest in October for planter, pass if you na perina and swamp, we get water inside because that's go come to and later. We'll be talking about the irrigation system. We really want for let them provide. In most of the IBS swamps where they don't develop, where they don't get nothing where they do. Now that's where we as farmers, the National Federation of Farmers of Sierra Leone, we decide say we dey register, we dey all over, we dey elect na Pana na in village, Monjama na in farm, we dey go meet you, we not dey only register you, we dey snap you, we give you code. And any side where you go with that code, they go no say yes, you are practicing farm. And you know what we don't do? Some people may come at the Ministry of Agriculture. They can't say we get an organization, go down here. We get them highly educated people there. We get 1,000 farmers who they work with. The ministry will just take fertilizer and give them for the 1,000. But they're everywhere. Whereas can they go candy, cocoa can they go candy, cassava can they go candy. So the strategy where we use this time for eliminating. Now that's make this project they call FSRP. You see it don't they succeed because we be there inside the plan is take big time. What thing we don't do? We dey register. If you tell we say you get 1,000, we say you dey at the Bomaru, we dey go there. Now that's make we organize at all levels. We get with district executive, we get with children executive, we get with community executive there, we get with village executives there. We well organized at all levels. We dey go make sure we see them in person. So for good people, when they say they get 1,000, 2,000, guess what? Most of them maybe not in one grade or more, like sole proprietorship or in wealth and beginning. So we don't try for put that in place. Minister for array of affairs now we don't go up to 72,000, and we dey still continue and we are on it. We not the waiting self, we not the relent. We dey on the ground big time for make sure say let people their way they give bad names to farmers and they are not practicing farmers. We really want to weed them out. We trust us, Mr. Minister. We want to make sure say His Excellency in dream don't become a reality. And we as smallholder farmers, now we will make a reality. Get a very good dream and we're ready and we are going to succeed big time. We go all over. We not just tap back and support you in terms of transportation, in terms of input supply on time because farming is time bound. We are the largest private sector. Provide machines for us at district levels. Let me give the coordinators. Let me see how we dey work on the ground and make sure say we fit Salone. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You see, this is now the reason this make for more we can. We press conference to say we just count government people that can talk. We forget people that we are non-government civil society people. It add to the conversation because government belongs to the people. We tell the president thank you. We don't know now say Pana and Monjama. Anytime they day, presidents they reach there, not so, and then they verify. And this fit Salone, this vote came all they play. We get the president of the farmers, the largest sector of the country, are farmers, and that they are well organized. Mr. Minister, we have 4 questions. We get state farmland. what they do with the military, whether we want to utilize the military then for doing any plan day for low-cost transportation as part of this initiative. And if you target any specific type of food for replace imported food. And I think the last question is really how you ensure proper fiscal management.
Thank you again, Mr. Minister, and thank you again to the President. That last question on the fiscal management, I think most of what's in the President don't talk. That make me in a party. Apart from one, they organize them permanently. They will make the new team or the non-new team, and they will give information. So really, efforts like then why I wouldn't do, I would never try. But generally, of the more we talk through, we all attitude really need a change if we succeed. The president we don't do plenty and not improve. Or open the corruption score or every indices we don't improve at the institutional level. Or brain come back in the national level. And only then that's what we point to. We say, don't give money for good farm, the good one. That's the view. We all need to do that more succeed. We'll try to put something in a place. But if somebody bends it, they take money, they take money. We'll find out how we'll make sure say pay back the money or we'll carry on corruption and we'll do something. But it starts from God. If you say that is terrible and I'm of our culture, that will start. Really. Or first is first. That's what we don't talk about. The crops then. So we're very deliberate and intentional about the crops that we target. So God don't bless me with ecology the way supports plenty crops and even livestock. But one who feels say will make the biggest bang Valencia who no one's is high importation than the one for target. So rice, yabas, poultry, and frozen chicken. And I don't know if I tell you about Alante from April 2020 to now. We import about 60 million worth of frozen chicken. In the same period, 14 million eggs. Why would you do that? Flour. We will use cassava flour for meat or co-venture only. So for substitute and reduce imports, I think I will wrong target for begin with and see how the rest plan on rest. Or see how they make progress. With this NCR, we will make big progress very quickly. Access to markets. The program will delay. They make sure say for some of them crop here, we have the value chain clusters. And we find them trunk road and what they need from them production sites to the nearest tarmac road. Make sure say that point we make. Because we don't produce, we will carry each other to market quickly. We also build stores. Make sure say they will store your food when they don't produce. Sometimes I buy right now. Oma don't produce, so there's a glut in the market. The lead season can be able to sell. Then all our technical controls, we invest in that. Or we go with other MGAs. Not, I think, Maxa, they do plenty work at the logistics side. They partner with them for some things. Amos and Ibrahim have a question related. Like you now, somebody talk about data. Like you know another data. I asked the Ministry of Finance and they tell me they get one line item at the budget, they call it diet. This is the money where they pay for buying rest, mostly rest, for the one within the military, the correctional services, the police, fire force, boarding schools, people in remand homes, one worker survey. Between 2018 and 2023, we don't spend 1.3 millions for buying food. This is the money the government actually pull in pocket and buy rest. When I show the data to His Excellency the President, he said, no, we need to change that. Just before Canada, I've been meeting with 7 officers from the Correctional Service Center first paperwork of Kagona cabinets and all the talks starting next year, 25% of then institution the one named so will start to produce dress. I asked them, bring procurement officer, I said, is a procurement officer, how much dress so I can buy? So say, the military they buy maybe 9,000 bags of rice every month. This the correctional service maybe 6,000 because normally they go up and down. They don't start the procurement. I say, okay. And they come to me and say, one for the family and show them. They're like maybe 6,000 acres, put all together, all sides, and show me the rights. That's nice. And they agree, we're on the same page. I said, okay, how we going to do this? So that money, we're going to take by the rest. Therefore, convince the Minister of Finance. It's even assessing the one for growers, not the grower. We think agriculture will do put on day. But those start next year. And show the land they will get. Show what's in the need. We believe in that kind of thing that will start. We will also be serious and ready for the change. We will start next year. Same thing back with the military. Then we don't come last week. So the pastor policy there, and we will do the work. I think I don't answer that question. Thank you.
Before I move for the next round, I just want to give the chief chance for comments on the research and the data and your experience now.
Yeah, I just want to talk a little bit on alternative to imported foods or imported commodities. Hello? You see, not all man in this country will grow rice. The total population, 8.something million, will grow rice. But we always say, grow what you want to buy what you need. In other words, as Mr. Minister said, we have comparative advantage for other crops in this country other than rice. Cassava is one of them. Cassava has 1,000 uses if you can do value addition. Convert the raw roots to different other products. Starch, gari, flour, high quality cassava flour, achekena, I see the sell achekena and Salone. High class food. Yes, it is all across West Africa, right on to Niger, Burkina Faso. If Salone emphasizes it, you will make money, then you able to buy the rice. If you don't to rice, so not to all mango plant. So there is need for us to diversify our crops and commodities, not to all mango grow rice. And that I just want to add for one day. Then the other one where I want to add, now this one on the 10% allocation. I tell you, Mr. Minister don't work aside with M&E expert. He knows figures like monitoring evaluation, and I think pillar 6, when they call pillar 6 or pillar 7 in the Feed Salone strategy, is improving the monitoring and evaluation system. And this time around, and all over the world, not to the traditional M&E now, now we call it what we say participatory monitoring. The people who are beneficiaries, they self there for joining you with the monitor. So if they know they get it, they will talk. Rather than we just allow government people to go monitor, evaluate, and can write report. Then the other point I want to make for all these things they talk of Feed Salone. Now something we get 2 weeks ago we call us Seed Business Summit for get good crops, increase productivity, get high yields, and get higher production in this country for whatever commodity. You have to start with very good, high quality seeds. 40% of your potential yield will come from the variety. But when you start with good seeds and the good agronomic practices, time of planting, the correct time for weeding, you will get the maximum potential of that variety. And Mr. Minister just had a a 3-day seed business summit about 2 weeks ago, for which many stakeholders, over 200, participated to ground truth some of this data that we consulted, you will say, great literature, or make sure waiting the feed salon they come up with na real thing. So we ground truth the seed system in this country, and we get a very good report now. I can tell you now, from now to 2028, almost bigger seed of rice we need, how much foundation seed we need.
He puts me online.
Yeah, the graph is with the minister. I will try to print it out.
So we don't need to online?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The amount of bigger seed, foundation seed, certified seeds which farmers go buy or supported to get and grow, we know up to 2028. And we know how much it will cost for producing seed. But as the minister said, we have to depend a lot on the private sector. Because before, me as although I don't have for long, but most of the time that poor quality seeds we give these farmers will go and agree. Not to say I don't know, maybe Nigeria, it was set to Nigeria. You go and market where you do procurement, you go and market together all this grain, whether like cowpea or rice and so on, you come, you shift around, you package it, put it in a bag, you say a seed. Seed is different from grain, and we get together right if this idea should work, and we have started doing just that.
Thank you so much. I think if anybody now wants to listen to this conversation, you listen to the people the way President Leone puts in charge of this, you will get hope. You will not say let people that don't say they talk about. They don't do research, they get experts there, they get an inclusive approach. All my handling, I would say, for let we make sure say Feed Salone will succeed. We'll take one final round of questions, and this time I will take one already only if I can't say, well, no, you want it. No, part of the government. So you are a woman has who's called a woman hand up. When that person be an na man and a woman, there you and a man. Where the woman? No, they invite you. Sister, no again the mic. Pause. Yes. Go ahead, please. Quickly.
Well, the question is second. We all know say one of the importance of agriculture provides job facilities, and thousands of youth they have helped out. So we want to know inside Feed Salone if youth that get job in this project. I mean, any provisions they make, youth can attach themselves inside this project.
Very much. Thank you for that. Just back to the man next to you. Yes.
Thank you very much. I'm able to read the last again. Of course, the Feed Salone overall objective now for now for reduce poverty and increase food security and self-sufficiency. A very good initiative from the president. Thank you very much, Mr. Minister, as a very young man. You get a very good tax there for you. Like you see, you just know the president just don't ask you, say, give them the crops and the machine for their prevention. So, like assignments. Of course, the local for me.
Boss. The question.
We talk about collaboration and partnership, right? I just want to know what's are the plans we don't put in place, Mr. Minister, right? In terms of grants, in terms of providing grants or matching funds, right? For especially cooperative farmers. Cooperative farmers, for me, they're looking for increased productivity as we all know, say over 70% of farmers they produce, they produce bottles.
Sir, thank you very much. I have to continue. No, that's enough. The next lady by you. Yes.
Yes, sir, Mr. Minister of Agriculture. You know, so this feed program there about for help the people, the economy of the country. So I hope say like we people were expecting this project as well as the campaign of feed salon also help the economy of the country, and also Salone will be in the position of all the food stuff that we don't call, we will able to access them at the end of the day, because agriculture ministry, the government don't spend a lot of money, and the last time we also get this project, we were able to get the rice in the market. So we also this
question. Please, if you don't get question, give other person chance to get question. Yeah, Abi. Yes, Emmanuel before.
Yeah.
Quickly.
I am Leone is my name, and I went for the exclusive mission. Mr. Minister, you said a lot about the feed salon program. I want to know what plan you have for urban agriculture as part of your feed salon initiative.
Thank you very much. On that, we only get 5 minutes. Mr. Minister, you give 3 minutes for response to the question a day, and then we wrap up in the last 2.
All right, let's start with a related question. Urban agriculture, that's a good one. I think part of the strategy look at horticulture. And then vegetable renting, and they believe say if you do renting and near outside the urban area, then they woman will grow, young man will grow and make money quickly. So part of the strategy like that. And you deliberate because we're not going to all see outside that comparative advantage which you talk about. So they do that. The economy, indeed, yes. This program, and President Leone talking so well, not only for feed, but for really boost the economy back. If we grow the economy through agriculture, it will be sustainable, it will allow it for sustain and get over shocks we will come and when we don't see. So indeed, yes. Matching grants and matching funds. We get so access to finance are a key part of what we do. We get 1 or 2 opportunities and we'll do some and then we'll explain. One thing we just at the beginning of this year get 2.4 million grants from the Islamic Development Bank at the start of this program. I engaged and could provide that for women-owned or operated businesses in the post-production value chain. I'm not talking about factory, but I'm still entitled to it. I think I just read that so. But at that, so that they really do matching grants for women. After you don't produce the process side, we will access. You put your money, let's say, jobs. We believe, say, this program, that 500,000 jobs for President Leone invest to release plenty will come out from the future.
Very efficient, Minister. Thank you very much. And here, thanks for 5 awards, each to the panelists, and then we go to you, Doctor.
Well, waiting around for tell that all Salonians who want to become farmers to assist and contribute to the feed Salone is that we grow food in a way that creates wealth. That is, we take farming as a business, not as a way of life. And to take it as a business, we have to ensure when we do farming, we are efficient, we are competitive, and we practice modern agriculture. And the last is that we must mechanize if we want to help the feed Salone.
Thank you so much, Doctor.
The message here is very clear. We are the primary producers of food, the farmers. Everything will be talked like now the farmers and then at the center. Now we will make this feed Salone succeed. We, Mr. Minister, we want to provide for what we want. We want quality seeds because if we want for really get this feed Salone right, let them do quality seeds. Then we get for go, we get for monitor. Most of them projects that I would say that they work in the interest of farmers. And they tell you, Mr. Minister, you know you live in business when you don't pass one. When you go, they are never working in the interest of farmers and your interest that they work in. But this time round, we dey get round for monitor, we dey deal with you, tigi, for make sure say His Excellency the dream becomes a reality. And do ya, I go want to not begin talk to them with man and then post where they smoke and drink and do this. We don't begin for try for divert their mind back into the farming communities. We try for talk to them about the Cameroon model. How they do it just in short time. Yes, I'm not saying they can't end. Then just what is it for how they do it. Then they bring the youth mandate together. Then they give them 3, 5, 10 hectares. They call the minister and say, they're not the level now, so now they go into an agreement to sign an MOU. Then they support una. Then they begin give una small stipend because una send need for it and the communities. By the end of the time when they begin harvest, they begin pay back. It's like a loan scheme. So that don't they use and don't go back into the farming communities. So I wonder we use that strategy. Therefore, women and that's make a delay. Because 75% of women they engage in their agricultural activities and more. Now that's make me them put me as women. So we will work with them all. Thank you.
Well, Fabulem, on a hear about President Bill in Feed Salone Initiative. I will take the opportunity for tell thank you to the experts panel. Honorable Dr. Musa Kwaka, the Minister for Agriculture and Security. Madam Yata Sama, the President of the National Federation of Farmers of Salone. Chief Dr. Alfred Gio Dixon, Chairman of the Salone Agricultural Research Institute Council. On behalf of the Ministry of Information and Civic Education and the Government of Salone, I want to tell plenty thank you to all the family of the tune in every week for listening to this government, media and civic education platform. I want to thank you to Una the Media House we carry we live and Una we cover we every week. And as usual, next week we will be back, fresh topic, and you the people that already decided to talk first and already ask the question. Assalamu alaikum.
Formula, thank you for watching. See you next week, yeah? Thank you, bye.